Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama Zodi Tarot. So we are finally getting around to this video that I've been dreading doing because y'all know I don't like going into the darker energies. But yes, we are going to find out, is there a female artist that exists, or a future female artist that Jay-Z will not be able to have any sort of influence over or any kind of say so when it comes to her career. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I was looking into it, and I was like, let me ask my ancestors, like, y'all, give me some artists that he don't have nothing to do with. The first thing they said, of course, is country music. Like, he don't really have too much to do with country music. He can't really influence it that much. That's definitely why he felt some type of way about Beyonce and her transitioning over to country, because he wanted to, I think he wants to make an imprint over on that side, because he don't have as much, he don't got influence over in that country music world. He's working on it. He's trying. Trust me when I say, because I heard Big X the Plug. I'm like, okay, Big X the Plug be doing some sort of kind of like country music. Gunna, Chris Brown, Leon Thomas. I'm thinking like all of these people are men. Who is the woman? And the only one woman that I could think of that came to my mind, so that's how I know I couldn't think of no other one except for Kehlani. So that's all I got. Kehlani, cannot be influenced when it comes to him and whatever the case may be. So I don't know who she's attached to when it comes to making her music, and what label she's working with, but it definitely don't have nothing to do with Jay-Z. I can tell you that. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab the yes or no deck and just get right into it. I mean, isn't she with Atlantic? Yeah, I think she's with Atlantic or something like that. But either way, the Kehlani was the only female artist that I could think of. So let's see. Let's start with currently. Are there female artists, outside of Kehlani? Because we know Kehlani within the hip hop and R&B world, outside of Kehlani, are there other female musicians in the hip hop and R&B world that he doesn't have control over and things of that nature? Is it a lot of them? Is it a little bit of them? Let me know. Let's see how much influence he has over the women that are currently in the industry, in the hip hop, R&B, rap space. So let's see. Okay. I already tell it ain't gonna be clear, because we got 3 no's, 4 no's, and 3 yeses. Okay, so there's a few, it says you get a lucky break. It's a successful venture. Taking flight, uplifting, at peace with decisions, and follow the guidance that leads to the truth. So yeah, there's a lot of people who want to stay on the straight and narrow path, and they smart, and they know they at peace with the decisions that they made to, take flight pretty much and stay away from him and sever ties with him and not work with him, and whatever trajectory where their career may go, they're sticking to their own inner guidance and the truth that they feel is the best to do for themselves. So even if their career don't end up as amazing and great and all that, they're at peace with their decision. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And it says you get a lucky break. It's a successful venture. So I'm looking at, what creature is this on this card? It look nasty. It look like a praying mantis. Oh my God, what is that, y'all? Is that a praying mantis? It looked like, but the point is, with this, you get a lucky break, it's a successful venture. It tells me that, they always hear, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Like, whoever it is that he doesn't have influence over, those people are smart. They've already been offered that lucky break. They've already had those type of conversations and been in those rooms, and they know that it was important to follow whatever inner guidance or good advice that they had gotten, and not make any decisions that they wouldn't be at peace with, or decisions that would make them unhappy. So I would say, and a lot of those people that he's messed with, heavy energy, blocked way down by worry. The bridge is frail, crossing is risky. It's just forked up, a real thorn in the behind, beyond your ability, done to death, not viable. So yeah, he got a lot of control over certain people, and it's real messed up. It's real effed up, okay? He be blocking them from certain things. He's definitely very overwhelming all over these people. It's definitely a risky decision to make, to even, try to cross him or go against him, because yeah, crossing is risky. Going against that man is definitely risky and can cause some problems for you. So you got to tread lightly when it comes to him and what you say about him, and anything like that. So even if people haven't worked with him, you don't see a lot of people coming out and talking about it, because they don't want to. They don't want to get shipped off, okay, and have people like they don't want to have any sort of issues with him, pretty much. All right, they know that he a pain in the behind, and they don't want that pain in their behind. They're trying to stay clear away from him. But with this done to death, not viable, it's like, listen, he's part of the powers that be. You see that red moon, you see part of that ritualistic eyes wide shut stuff. And it's not going to be easy with this done to death. They're saying it's not easy to not be intertwined with him. It's going to be real hard, all right? It's going to be real hard to block this man out and go after your own inner guidance. Oh, boy. That's crazy. Tell me more. Because I feel like it's hard, What's the experience been like with these people who, have gotten out from under his hair or don't work with him, or, he's not able to control them and stuff? Like, what's the experience with him been like? What's the situation been like with him? How do they, feel about everything? Rethink your direction. This isn't your path. Resistance to change. Upsetting news. Accident. Some people went through stuff, been in accidents, that had stuff that happened to them in their life that's just supposed to be so-called freak accidents, but no, it was because they was resisting whatever it is that he said to do. So yeah, people done had issues behind that, okay? But behind choosing not to work with him and, rethinking their path, because there are people who, chose not to work with him from jump, but there's because the effort was poor, or the yield was poor, or they saw that there was that demonic dark side of him with this black skull kind of showing on half the face. They saw that, he was wearing a mask and that he was two-sided, and there's a duality to his energy, and they were afraid of what that other side showed them, okay? I'll tell you that right now. They was afraid. So some people rethought and chose not to work with him anymore because they realized that that's not the path that they want to go down. Other people, it was worse for them. They forced he forced his way into certain people's energy where he's actually put them through accidents, caused problems in their life. It says feels wrong, bad idea, manipulated, led astray. They know that he's a manipulator, that he'll try to get you to do something that you don't feel comfortable with, that you don't like. He'll try to, come after you, okay? I'm seeing unfinished business, loose ends, feels restless. He do not leave up no loose ends, okay? He don't. If he feel like y'all got some sort of unfinished business, or there's something that you did that he do for you, you have to pay up on your end of the bargain. All right, so it's not easy to get out of his hair and get away from him, because he's gonna make sure that you give up something in exchange, okay? Like, he don't want to feel like his effort is wasted when it comes to dealing with you, or feeling like you could be somebody that he could work with. Once he set his eyes on you, you have to hold up on your end of the bargain. You have to do what he say, or else it's gonna be a problem, okay? And even though some of this shit you wouldn't be comfortable with, and it might feel like a bad idea and it feels wrong, that's a problem for him. He still felt like you should do it. Wisdom supports you, roots go deep. He's like, I'm telling you to do it, so you need to follow in what I'm saying. All right, like, I know what's best and I got the right idea. So yeah, that's how he comes off, as a know-it-all who thinks that he makes the best business decisions and business moves, and he don't like to have any loose ends or have things not tied up. He like to get rid of people, okay? He don't want no loose ends. Them loose ends need to be tied up. Either we get them to shut up permanently, or they got to sign some NDA or something. However, we gonna get this person out of the way, so that way they not causing problems, and they not continuing to be resistant to me. And yeah, he just don't like leaving things up in the air and leaving things with unfinished business. Ugh. Oh my God. I keep telling y'all, this is not going to be a long video, because I do not like going into these energies. So we probably do it for another 15, 16 minutes and that's it. But yeah. How do the people that, actually work with him? We know that's how the people that don't work with him feel no more. The people that, but what about the people that, are under his care or his management, or, these people that he do influence? How do they actually feel towards him? And we'll go, into the archetypes to see more about that. But let's see how these people are feeling towards him. Current too strong, find solid ground, making a final effort, falling away, withering. This is the real deal. Your efforts bear fruit. You are right on time. Do it now. Seize the day. Reflections are true. Trust what you see. Full of possibility, plenty, creating abundance, and not able to proceed, close to negotiation. So a lot of people, just starting here at the end, they know that he's very stubborn. The people that work with him, they know that he's not somebody that's open to negotiation. You're not really gonna be able to tell him, what to do. He sees things very black and white, and once he says it, that's law, that's order. You can't really change it. He's not really open to discussing things. Once he decided this is the route or the decision that he wants to take, the route that he wants to go, yeah, that's it. And it's either you're gonna proceed with him or it's gonna be problems. All right, like I said, he don't like leaving loose ends. He keeps everything nice and tidy and tied up. He comes to a resolution, and the solution is most definitely, if he have it his way, it's gonna be in his favor at all times. But a lot of the people that work with him, they know that he's not one to negotiate with, but he is somebody that could create abundance for you. He's somebody that could put you in the spotlight with this. Do it now, seize the day. He has opportunities that he could bring to your life. Like he could speed things up. Make things happen quickly. It says this is the real deal. Your efforts bear fruit. They know that he's the real deal when it comes to this industry and the music and everything that he's done. He's put in the work, and so in order to even get anything, you have to be willing to learn from him. So a lot of people look at him as a mentor, as somebody that they could mimic and copy when it comes to his work ethic and his effort, and they want whatever blessings come with being attached to him. Okay, they want to get whatever it is that they can get from being around him. They feel like life is good, life is calm, life is a beach when they with him. It says reflections are clear, trust in what you see. So they trust him and they trust what it is that they see him doing, and they believe that because he's doing it and this worked out for him, then hey, I should do it too, because then it's going to work out for me. But with this current too strong, find solid ground, it's like no, they shouldn't be copying everything or looking at him in that way, because with this current too strong, it tells me that he deals with a lot of emotions under the surface himself. He deals with a lot of ups and downs and waves, and just because he could ride those waves don't mean that you want to be able to. All right, you might not be able to find the solid ground that he is. Okay, the current might be too strong for you. It may be a lot more than what you bargained for. So some of these people, they feel like they didn't know what they signed up for. They didn't know what they was getting themselves into. They feel like a lot of shit has come to an end for them. With this falling and withering away. They've lost. Some people lost their accolades. Some people lost their success. Some people lost their life, even attaching themselves to him. So it doesn't always work out. For some people, yes, it does. When you trust in him and you believe him and you follow everything he say and you let him manipulate you and lead you astray. But when you try to find your own solid ground and you try to have your own mind and you possibly give him pushback or try to negotiate or talk back to him, that's when you see issues and you see things start to fall apart when it comes to your life and your career. So yeah, that's that. Wow. So let's see about future artists that come into the industry. Does he have a hand in all future artists that come in when it comes to R&B, hip-hop, rap? I'm not talking about like the entire industry, but I'm talking about when it comes to hip-hop and rap and R&B. Does he, well, maybe not R&B, but hip-hop and rap for sure? Like, does he because they're saying maybe not so much R&B, but he definitely has a hold with hip-hop and rap. But does he have a hand in all of the new artists that come out? Yeah, they had to take away a little bit of his control when it came to the R&B, I think, because I think he was doing a lot. So he kind of like refocused and just, right now what they're telling me is that he's kind of focusing on B when it comes to the R&B, because when, it's just not working out with R&B. That's all I can say. I don't want to go into it's not working out so much with him trying to, be the Mr. Macho when it comes to the R&B, but when it comes to the hip hop and rap, for sure, he's still kind of working on building up his influence when it comes to country, but he's dealing with some upheavals and issues when it comes to R&B. So that's what I got. Anyways, let's continue about these these new people that come into the industry, these new musicians and female music artists. It says blows up in your face, explosive combo broken, getting it all together, it's all lined up, deception in the dark, truth is hidden, obstacles too large, seek another way, it's going swimmingly, off the hook in the flow, no frills, wait for more, plain to see it won't work, clearing the air, refreshing change. Okay, so basically what they're telling me is that for a change, no. For a change, he's not able. He might be trying to with this, getting it all together, it's all lined up for you. It's like he feel like he got the connections, he feel like he got the people, he feel like, that's what should be happening, right? And that it should all be lined up for him to have some say-so in all of these different people that come into the industry now. But there's too many obstacles, there's too many barriers being placed to stop him from doing that, because they know that there's a lot of shit that he do behind the dark. There's a lot of deception happening. It's a lot of lies and things that's not that's being hidden and not a lot of things that's not being told the truth about and things like that. So even though this used to go really easily for him and he will always have these new beginnings and these new opportunities, these golden gooses that will come around, it's like for a change, nope. A lot of people see that he's not who he say he is. They know that that it's going to blow up in their face, that they can't trust him, that he's definitely somebody who is a bitter person, who's a man scorned. So yeah, it's like a lot of people know that it's not going to work, and they'd rather wait and be patient and find, you know, a better opportunity and somebody better to work with than work with him. So I would say no, he doesn't really have a hand in many of the new music artists that's coming out, because people are starting to see him for who he is, and a lot of things been blowing up in his face lately, so he is not able to do that. So that is amazing. Okay, so now let's see how everybody is viewing him. How everybody is viewing him. The people that he, you know, he worked with, the people that he no longer works with, and then the new artists that are coming into the industry. All right, so let's start with the people that he's no longer working with. The people that he's no longer working with, how do they view him? The people that Jay-Z are no longer working with, you know, the artists that he no longer has any control over, that have worked with him in the past, how are they viewing him? Healer, companion, and mystic in reverse. So a lot of those people are just trying to move forward, you know, and heal from the situation. They're trying to make better decisions when it comes to their mind, body, and spirit. Like they're really doing the repair work to transform all of that pain that they've experienced in the past into healing. You know, with this companion, it's like they're trying to stay around goodness. They're trying to be, you know, dedicated, trying to be loyal, trying to be good people. Some of them might have done some dark things that, you know, they don't feel comfortable with. So now they're trying to find who it is that they are, really get back to their personal identity, and outside of all of maybe some of the negative stuff that they did. So be more selfless, be more kindness. And with this mystic coming out in reverse, I think that they're trying to some of them are running to God. Okay, they are running to God very quickly. Okay, because they feel like this you know, this person that they trusted turned out to be delusional. That person turned out to be fake. That person turned out to be a liar, not trustworthy, and things like that. So they see him as very, very untrustworthy, and they feel like he's somebody that they got to heal from, and they feel like he's but what's this word that I want to say on here? Yeah, betrayal by misusing confidences. So he's taking advantage of their loyalty. That's what I couldn't know. I couldn't think of the word loyalty. Oh my God, they're taking advantage of. He's taken advantage of their loyalty and, you know, use certain things against them and things like that, and possibly have dirt on them. So yeah, they feel like, you know, he's not to be trusted. You know, he's somebody that too eventually going to have to heal from. He's somebody that needs to do his own damn healing work himself, and he's definitely delusional and think that he's some godly divine person, and he's not. So yeah, they don't trust that man at all. They just trying to heal from all of the wounds that they have from dealing with him and being loyal to him. And they feel like he is very much delusional when it comes to believing that he's some godly divine person. Like, ugh. All right, so what about the people that work with him? What about the people that actually do work with him? How do the people that actually do work with him feel about him? How do the people that actually do work with him feel about him? God, oh my God, that's sickening. Seeker, I told y'all they see him as some King Solomon type. That's exactly how they view him. So look into King Solomon if you don't know about his story. That's how they view that man, as some sort of big historian, some seeker who went out and, you know, he went on this pilgrimage and he did what he was supposed to do, and he, you know, he's put all the hard work in and the effort, and, you know, he's damn near a legend in his own right. You know, he's a legend and he's somebody that he's a god. He, you know, look at all the things that he's done for the music industry, and it's just real delusional and crazy. But with this damsel, it tells me that a lot of people be looking at him for help. A lot of people be trying to, you know, rely on him pretty much. Like they waiting on him to provide. They looking at him as their knight in shining armor and stuff like that, which is crazy. And a lot of them feel like, you know, he's their God, okay, and that he has all the power, he has the control, he has everything. So you got to be careful with him, because he is already in a position to, you know, make or break you. So you got to be careful with him. And then with this seeker, it's like they know that he's somebody who, you know, carved out his own path, and they feel like because he did that he's a pioneer, and, you know, he's this great person that they should look up to because, you know, of everything that he's done. So wow, that's interesting when it comes to, but there's definitely that fear aspect with the God card coming out, where a lot of them fear him and they feel like, you know, they'd rather stay on his good side than his bad side. Okay, wow. What about the new artists that have been coming up in the industry and getting to know Jay-Z? How do the new artists that are coming into the industry feel towards him? Oh, that's too many. But I am seeing rescuer in reverse, so they're not looking for no savior from him. A lot of people is not looking at him as that knight in shining armor no more. I'm seeing gossip in reverse. That was already coming out, and now it's coming out again. We got networking in reverse on the bottom of the deck, so they're not trying to socialize with him. They're not trying to get in bed with him. You know, it's been too much talk with this gossip coming out in reverse. And again, I've already turned all my cards upright. And so for it to turn in reverse, that goes to show that there's a lot of negative talk happening about him. They know that he thrives on power. They know that he thrives on getting information on people and using it against you, and that, you know, he'll betray your confidence and that he can't be trusted. Yeah. Addict and child nature coming out in reverse. They know that he will exploit you, you know, try to get information on you to use against you, have you involved with certain toxicities and bad habits, addiction, things that you don't have no business doing. That he, you know, it says compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. They know that that's what he's doing, and they don't want nothing to do with that. They don't want nothing to do with the bloodline, the rituals, the addictions, the bad habits, none of that stuff, because they've heard all the negative talk and the negative gossip. They know what's going on, and people are not about to be stupid enough to make that decision to exploit themselves with this child nature in reverse. They're not going to be dumb and childish and be a fool and tell him anything that, you know, he can use to betray them in the future. He's not going to be able to get dirt on these people. It says friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. So they know that he abuses people, he abuses the environment, he abuses the confidences that he gets from other people and how people are willing to, you know, trust him. And he will betray that person's trust. They know that. And I'm seeing liberator in reverse. They're not trying to be trapped and stuck in no situation with him. They know that that would be a situation that they would have to free themselves from. So yeah, no. I would say, you know, he really doesn't have much influence when it comes to the new artists that's coming in. And, you know, as far as the ones that he do have influence over, it's not looking so good. So I kind of wonder now just about a few different people. So I'm going to ask about specific people. Because, you know, I just wonder. Let's start with Chloe and Halle, because I just want to know. Chloe Bailey and Halle Bailey. Does he have some sort of control over them currently at this time? Does he have some sort of control over these two ladies at this time? I'm just let it fall off since the card's gonna fall off. What's this? Three of Pentacles and King of Swords in reverse. No, they're not working on him. They're not listening to nothing he's saying. They literally do not want to work with him. They basically don't want to take any of his guidance. They don't want to take any of his advice. They know that he's a liar, that he's manipulative, that he's not trustworthy, that he's taking them down a dark road and a dark path. And they're not going to be foolish enough and stupid enough to listen to anything that he's saying. So no, he's not able to tell him anything right now. And how does he feel about that? How does he feel about that? Not being able to have control over Chloe and Halle. This is too many, but we got Judgment, the Fool, and the Page of Cups. So yeah, he feels some type of way. It definitely got him hot and bothered. He is being a whole clown when it comes to the situation. Like, he's trying to see what he could do to get back in their good graces with this Page of Cups. He's trying to come up with some new offers to come around and talk to them. And it's definitely going to be strong-arming with this Judgment. He's going to be coming at them hard. It's going to be like, no, you have to do this. This is what we need. I don't know if they have already signed contracts and are in labels, but he's going to pull on the fact that they already are, you know, signed to Beyonce and whatever the case may be. But he's definitely feeling some type of way about them, and he don't want them seeing no new beginnings with this fool. He don't want to see them having no happily ever after and no happiness. So yeah, I would say he's not able to control Chloe and Halle at this time right now, and that's a problem for him. Okay, what about who else is on Rock Nation? Meg. I think he got complete control of Meg. I think he got control with her. I ain't even gonna lie, because from the readings that I've been doing on her, she seemed a little bit off. She seemed MK Ultra. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know what's going on with her, but we'll do a deep dive on her soon enough. I got too many videos that people are requesting me to do that I gotta get out first. Alright, who is it that I said next? Meg, the Hermit, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Two more, Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So I would say, yeah, he definitely has some creative control when it comes to her. He definitely is able to, you know, tell her what it is, mansplain to her and tell her what it is to do. I'm looking at this crow, how they got their mouth open all wide and loud. So yeah, he's able to do that, and especially through the Lover with this Knight of Wands, it's giving me Klay Thompson. They're also able to, you know, keep her stuck in her passions and in her, you know, focused on making impulsive decisions and doing things that she don't have no business doing. Like, she's definitely doing things by the book with this Page of Swords. She's following exactly what she's being told to do, and you know, she's leaving things in the past that she's being told to leave behind. Like, it's not really a problem for her. Listen, I'm telling you, she's real aloof. She's ain't even she's just really distracted, and she's focused on this love and this passion and having, enjoying herself and spending time and hanging out with Clay. So that's all she's worried about. She's not even protecting herself. He is posing as the protection for her right now. So yeah, he's definitely got her listening and doing things. He's listening to his ideas and doing things by the book. So that makes him happy. So wow. Okay, what about B? What about Beyonce? This is too many, y'all. Hey, let me shuffle it, because that's too many. What about Beyonce? What about Beyonce? Oh, okay. Not too much. Not too much. I'm telling y'all, ain't nobody, entertainment purposes only. Ain't nobody can sue me behind my video. These are all alleged and not fact, okay? So use your own discernment when it comes to these readings, please. Oh, yep, that's my alarm. We about to close this reading out. Okay, so Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, King of Cups. Listen, real emotional, definitely in control of everything when it comes to her mind. He controls her literal thought process, okay? Yeah. It's no, listen, this is not even a discussion to have with this Ace of Swords here. It's like he runs through her mind. He got her mind all wrapped up and warped up and everything. He's already, infiltrated when it comes to that. He's got her hooked. He's got her hooked with this Six of Pentacles and the King of Swords. She like, my man, okay? And even though, there's a part of her that feels like, she's not choosing herself and she's not doing what it is, I feel like for her own life, it's like she's not going to put an end to it, because he controls everything with this Death and the Empress. He controls her life. He controls everything that she does and where her world is. And she might be wanting to, put an end to this at this time and get up from under this person. But like I said, he's real emotional. He's real impulsive when it comes to his emotions. He will do some crazy SHIT. He don't mind, okay? So you got to be real careful with him, because he's volatile emotionally and he's unpredictable. You don't know what it is that he might do, all right? So I think that, I think he definitely has complete, a hand in everything that she does and complete control over her life right now and everything that she do. And possibly is trying to get her to have another baby with this Death card and the Empress. I feel like he wants her to, be distracted, of course. So he might just get her pregnant again and all that stuff, so that way she'll be distracted. That's crazy. What about Rhapsody? I know Rhapsody has a thing with him. Uh-oh. This is too many, but I'm going to just go ahead and take it. Ooh, Rhapsody, is struggling financially right now. All right, she feel like she's not getting the love that she used to get in the beginning. Okay, she's definitely struggling financially with this Four of Pentacles, feeling like, this man is being a little bit greedy when it comes to her finances, possibly, taking more from her than what he said he would be in the beginning, and just not holding up to his end of the bargain. All right, he's too distracted and focused elsewhere than, and not giving her the energy and the effort that she feel like she needs towards her career. So she's trying to make plans for something better with this Queen of Swords. She's trying to be smart and figure out, like, okay, yes, I know I'm in a partnership with him, but I got to start seeing how I can bring, my fan base and my support back to me, because her money is looking funny. All right, money is looking funny. She feel like she's putting in all of the hard work and she ain't getting the recognition. She's not seeing, the bigger picture. She's not seeing the bright future ahead. So she's trying to see, like, okay, what is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to, make happen to get my finances in order? Give me one card for the outcome of this with Rhapsody. Give me one card, please, for the outcome of this with Rhapsody, because I feel like she yeah, Seven of Cups in reverse. So she's gonna have to end a lot of partnerships. She possibly might have to terminate this partnership in order to get her finances back together and figure out what she's gonna do next. But she's definitely thinking it over right now, okay, with this Seven of Cups. She's looking at it like, damn, should I have partnered with this man? Should I have worked with them? Like, is this even worth it? Am I getting the exposure, the distribution, the is he actually putting the work in? Not just financially with this Knight of Pentacles, but is he actually giving me the support that I need? It's not just about money, but I feel like she's lacking on both parts. She's not getting the monetary support that she needs, and she's not getting the actual physical, emotional support and the labor that she's wanting him to do. He's not putting in the hard work towards making her career be, exactly what it is that it could be. She feel like she's doing all the hard work and no one else is helping to make this a reality for her. Wow. So that is interesting. Let's see if there is anybody else that I could think of that works with Jay-Z when it comes to music. Rihanna, Kanye, that's the only other people I could think of. So does he still have any sort of control or anything with Ree? Does he still have any sort of control or say so when it comes to Riri? Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles. And give me two more on whether or not he has any, Jay-Z has any control over, oh boy, Temperance and the Devil. Okay, so she's trying to focus her efforts elsewhere when it comes to this Eight of Pentacles. She's already feel like she put in the hard work when it comes to him. Like she feel like, listen, I don't owe you nothing no more. I fulfilled my obligations when it comes to, you know, my career, my albums, and everything that you wanted me to do. So I'm, you know, planning ahead for my future. I'm looking at the bigger picture, and I'm definitely moving on. She's not trying to have him have a hand in anything that she got going on with this Nine of Pentacles. She just want to relax and enjoy the fruits of her labor. You know, sit in a hammock somewhere and just, you know, be with her children and her family. Like she's really at the point where she don't have to involve herself in this no more. She's already past that. So with this Temperance and the Devil, it's like, no, this is night and day. You got the Earth Angel and the Devil, and she's like, I don't want nothing to do with that devil. I don't care about no offers he tried to make me. I don't care about nothing. I am staying away. So he's definitely in the stages of trying to see how he can, you know, make her some sort of offer here, because I'm looking at the way this person's hand is reaching out. But she, you see this? She got them hands covered and her head down. She don't want to hear nothing that he got to say. She is definitely in her Earth Angel energy, in her Temperance energy. She's surrendering to her divine nature, making the right choices and decisions. And she's not going to let him take her away from her happiness and her wish fulfillment. She got her money elsewhere. It's a lot about her money and her not messing up her money or even allowing him to get his grubby hands, his greedy hands on anything that she got going on. So, lastly, let's see about Kanye and whether or not he has any, you know, does he have any control or influence over Kanye's life and his finances and career right now? Because we know, you know, when it comes to most of these music artists, if the females that are coming in new, he's not going to be able to, you know, influence them in the way that he wants. So that's not even going to be an issue. This is way too many. But we got the Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then the Seven of Pentacles. Give me two more on whether or not Jay-Z has any kind of influence when it comes to Kanye West and his career, because something about him wanting to damage, you know, his certain things from, you know, his inner child with the Six of Cups, and certain things that has happened in his past. This is a lot about, you know, the happy memories, the nostalgia, all of the things that they used to do together. And I feel like he, you know, still trying to leverage and bank on the fact that you know, they had a good run, they had a good pass. You know, he used to be my dog, that used to be my friend, that used to be my companion. It's one of those things. But then he got in his feelings, you know, he got emotional, he stopped wanting to listen. He started doing things his own way with this Queen of Cups. It's like something about Kanye getting his emotions back in balance. I know a lot of people think he, you know, is out of there, but this is basically saying that he got his emotions in balance and he got himself together, and he started actually wanting to work on things alone, and he wanted to mature, he wanted to grow, he wanted to evolve with this Seven of Pentacles, and, you know, break out into a new beginning and start over and be the co-creator of his own life and be the leader in his own life. So no, he don't really have any kind of say so when it comes to Kanye, because Kanye released him. Kanye released all that. He's like, nope, and I don't care if people look at me as crazy, I don't care if people look at me as unstable or all over the place. Like, he don't care how it's viewed. He's taking control and taking back control of his own life, doing what it is that makes him happy, you know, sowing his royal oats, but, you know, peace and taking back control, I feel like, of his own life and having to say so. He feel like too many other people had a hand in what he was doing, and he was being manipulated, and now he's able to just surrender from all of that and take control and stand firm and, you know, not be weak and actually be courageous and you know, do what it is that he want to do for himself. So I would say no, he don't have no control over Kanye right now, and that's, you know, definitely got him in his feelings too, you know, that he's not able to continue to work with him, because he feel like he definitely was lucrative. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just from looking at this Seven of Pentacles, he feel like, you know, Kanye is a mastermind and he is great and he is somebody lucrative to work with, so it bothers him that he's not able to get that from him. So that is what I have as far as this reading. Let me see if there's anything else that they want to let us know before I close this out. Is there anything else? Anything else that y'all want to let us know? Five of Michael, you got to be careful and protect yourself from this guy, okay? It says the situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So a lot of people realize that the solution is to get away from him. They got to make better choices, all right, with the solution. And Five of Michael coming out here. And Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Listen, a lot of people, including his lover, is realizing that they need to nurture themselves and take care of themselves and, you know, make wise decisions and make practical decisions and be smart and, you know, stay away from him. And so, yeah, he's having issues right now because you got a lot of people that have patience and self-control, and, you know, they're being smart and they're like, nah, I know this situation doesn't serve me, I need to get away from him. Meanwhile, he's in the middle trying to create solutions, trying to say, you know, I can figure this out, I can manage this. He's basically trying to do damage control when it comes to not just, you know, his relationships with partners and people that he's working with when it comes to his music career, but even his marriage and his love. He's trying to see if he could have a baby. I'm telling you, he's really trying to get her pregnant and think that that's gonna, you know, make her change things and look at him in a different light. Bro, I cannot make it up. The Three of Ariel with the Knight of Ariel. This is the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So he's saying, listen, this is the time for us to grow, you know, and expand our family. And, you know, we let's go into the sheets and make love. Oh, my God. He's really trying to, you know, make a plan to see that if he could change up things for his future and make things better. And with this Eight of Gabrielle, it's like, it says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. He's trying to do it fast with this sudden and immediate results. He wants immediate results. He wants things to work out in his favor and work out in his favor now, because that's the Eight of Wands. So he's moving quickly. He's trying to secure this baby very, very soon. Okay, I see all of these different he's trying to have that start come real soon, so that way he can keep her, you know, stuck in the house for a little while longer. So is there anything, you know, else that y'all want to let us know to close out the reading? Because I feel like he's trying to keep Beyonce inside and get her pregnant, so that way she can't leave him even if she wants to, because we know that she's been thinking about changing things. Confirmation, we know that she's been thinking about changing things. I cannot make it up, bro. Awakening, commitment, ascending, and pathway, bro. She's having a rude awakening when it comes to her marriage right now, and she's realizing that she wants to ascend and open up new doors and start something new with herself and open up a new pathway for herself. She's sick of this commitment, and this shit is stressing him the F out. This got him feeling some type of way. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. With family falling off of the deck right there, and then karma. It's going to be some things happening, okay, in the distant future when it comes to his relationship and his family dynamic. And he is trying to manifest a new baby. He's trying to, you know, open up some new pathways so that he could keep them together, all right? He's trying to force karma and force, you know, situations to work out in his favor. He's not waiting on the universe to do nothing. He's trying to take matters into his own hands and keep them together by having a baby. I cannot make it up with North Node surprise and soulmate. Like, he's really trying to create something new with this North Node, trying to have secure his future with her by having a baby. Like, yeah, look, we just had this happy surprise, me and my soulmate having another baby. And it's also going to distract us too, and have us not be so cold towards him and look at him so badly, because it's like, oh, you know, they having another baby, so, you know, we gotta show him a little bit of grace. We gotta be cool, you know, not too much on Jay-Z type thing. But it's like, no, much on him, because he's very cold-hearted. He's being very smug and cold and calculated when it comes to making his decision, all right? We got karmic masculine, divine masculine, and twin flame. So literally, this is telling me that he is karmic, but he's trying to show up as a twin flame and divine masculine. So it's just a bunch of nonsense. We'll look into it deeper in another video, but that's what I have for now, because I don't want to stay in this energy. The video's already getting too long, but he's definitely trying to have her view him as a divine masculine and not see that he's this cold-hearted, bitter, bitchy person. Like, he's not trying to have him be viewed as a karmic masculine too, you know, Beyonce. And he definitely wants to try to shock her and create some surprises by having a baby so that they can move on, you know, together. So that's what I have as far as Jay-Z and whether or not he can influence certain artists and musicians in his career. I feel like at this point he really can't do that. Any new artists that come in, they're going to be above that. But he's definitely focused on, you know, his relationship and putting himself back in the media and having this new baby with Beyonce, so that she'll stick around and we'll see him in a good light, and we won't, you know, look deeper and see all the karmic nasty stuff that he's doing. So, hey, well, you know, certain people will see it for what it is, and some people will continue to think that, you know, everything is awesome and great between them. I'm not here to tell you how to feel about anybody. I'm just giving y'all a message. You use your discernment when it comes to it, all right? So I love you guys. That's what I have for y'all, and I'm going to see y'all later.